my carnivore friends, my SB fam, it is me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be showing you guys how I make beef shank and chuck roast. So I'm going to be chucking the chuck roast and the beef shank both in the Instant Pot, and I'll show you what I'm doing step by step, and then we're gonna taste test it together. This is actually my first time trying chuck roast soup as like a stew type of broth, but I'm also throwing in some beef shank as well, so it's gonna be a mix of very fatty, delicious beef cuts. So let me show you guys the meats. Beef shank, 100% grass-fed, $9.99 a pound from Whole Foods. So here we have the beautiful beef shank. It is just so gorgeous, like, wow. Look at how fatty that is. Oh my goodness. And it comes with a little chunk of bone marrow. Look at that fat. This is gonna make the soup so rich and so fatty. We got 2 of these. And then I wanna show you guys the chuck roast. I actually boiled some the other night just to try it. It was actually not bad. So this is why it's kind of cut up a little bit. But here is the chuck roast. Simba, ready? I just gave him a piece and he's going nuts. But look at this beautiful fatty chuck roast. I thought that I could saute this and eat it like steak, but a lot of you guys on Instagram recommend that I just turn it into a kind of like a soup broth type of stew. So this is what I'm doing today, and we're gonna taste test it together. All right, I think I should just at least cut this in half. Dang. A lot of you guys recommended on Instagram that instead of just starting to slow cook it in the Instant Pot, I should first saute it. Now, apparently Instant Pot has a saute option. So right now I'm gonna throw in the meats, saute it so it can get a nice crispy sear, and then I'm just gonna add some water and start doing the slow cooking. So let's do that. So here are all the meats, and I'm just gonna throw it in the Instant Pot. Right now it's really hot because it's on the saute option. So I'm guessing once I start chucking it in, it should like really sizzle. Yeah, look at that. Woo! Beautiful. So I'll just let it sear and then flip a little bit later. Okay, so the chuck roasts are done searing slightly. We're just going to also sear the beef shanks in a separate pan. I'm going to be searing both of these beef shanks, and then I'm just going to be combining both of the chuck roast chunks with the beef shanks in one pressure cooker. I have a very large pressure cooker. I just figured I'll combine both and it'll make a delicious beefy fatty broth. Just a little pro carnivore tip: if you want a great sear, then you need to make sure that the pan gets very hot before you throw in the meats. Oh my gosh, look at that marrow, guys. Just look at that golden marrow. This is the food of carnivore gods. I seriously love beef shank so much, especially for pressure cooking, because I almost see it as a 3-in-1 package. Beef shank comes with meat, obviously, and any type of meat in the pressure cooker will serve as flavor, especially if you don't like to add salt and flavorings and sauces and seasonings. Like me, I just like water and whatever I'm putting in. So the meat really adds so much depth and flavor. And then we have the bone, which serves as the nutrients, the minerals. It will give us those vitamins, amino acids, and essential fatty acids, so that the bone broth is extremely beneficial to our health. And then lastly, but not least, we have the marrow, which serves as the fat. It fattens our soup up to make sure it's extra satiating and extra nourishing and comforting. So this is why I just love beef shank so much for bone broth soup type of stew. Now I'm just adding plain filtered water to the meats, and you can also feel free to add some apple cider vinegar for better digestion if you are not yet situated with so much fat. You can also use a slow cooker. You can also slow braise it in your pan. I'm just using this Instant Pot because I can turn it on, set the timer, and forget about it. I click the meat stew and it automatically does 35 minutes, so I just went with 35 minutes. And I always let it naturally release. And once you hear the beep, you know it is on. Okay, so the awesome thing about the Instant Pot is once it starts cooking, the timer is set, you can just leave and do your chores, go to the gym, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna now go to the gym, get in a workout with Steak and Butter Guy. But before we go, let's have a taste of Mountain Valley. I mean, I already drink it, but you all know that I'm no longer drinking Topo Chico, thanks to all of you who messaged me and warned me that Topo Chico is no longer safe to drink because of the PFAs. I think that's what it's called. I will correct myself when I edit if that was wrong, but it's like a chemical that can be very dangerous to health long term. It's used in laboratories to kill rats, apparently. So it's just not good to be drinking in our sparkling water. So Mountain Valley was not on the list with those chemicals. Let's just enjoy it now. So good. So good. All right, when we come back, I will show you guys how the stew looks like, and we're gonna do a taste test. Goodbye! Okay, SPG's back from the gym, and guess what? I'm gonna start cooking some duck egg pudding. Oh, that's right, duck eggs. And this is actually my first time trying egg pudding with duck eggs, inspired from all of you guys on Instagram, since I see you all cook egg pudding with different types of eggs, including duck eggs. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Wow, these yolks are gigantic and so deep in color. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I must say, duck egg shells are really hard to crack. They're very durable. Whoop. And finally, the last one. They're like very different in sizes too. Like, wow. This one is gigantic. This one's quite small. Okay. And then I'm just gonna add some water, like so. And I think I'm gonna add some butter as well, but I'll add that at the very end. So I have been obsessed with adding butter inside my egg pudding. So like during the steam, the butter is already inside. I'm telling you guys, the taste is just that much richer, deeper, and fattier. It is delectable. So I'll be putting in a cube of butter after I use the KitchenAid. I'm just gonna use it at the lowest setting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo! Wow! It's like foaming up. That was so effective. And I'm not tired at all. Okay, I'm already in love. I suspect that since it is so well beat up, the egg pudding is gonna be silky smooth. So excited. Okay, and now is where I add in the butter. So Kerrygold butter, I'm just gonna put in a big chunk of it. This big of a chunk. Just topple it in. Actually, I want some more, so another chunk. I just throw it in. I don't even melt the butter. I don't touch it. I just throw in chunks and let the steaming process melt it throughout. Can we just adore how cute Simba is in this position? Simba, you are chillaxing, huh, baby boy? Huh, baby boy? He's waiting to be fed. That's why he's like that. Babe, can I put the egg pudding in? Simba, baby, I love you. Okay, as you can see, the water is boiling. So let's transfer the beautiful egg pudding over Simba's tiny little brain and into the pot. I'm just gonna do under medium. Make sure the lid is closed and let it steam. Do you love egg pudding? Blink if you love egg pudding. Blink if you love chicken. Blink if you love beef. Okay, it's been about 6 minutes and I think the egg pudding is ready. I like mine more soupy / raw, but if you guys can see, do you see how it's so glistening and shiny? It's because of the butter. So the butter really coats the egg pudding and makes it super buttery and shiny and fatty and golden and just beautiful. So I'm gonna take it off the heat now. I'm gonna turn off the fire. Ooh, look at that buttery goodness. Oh. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, let's try this bite actually. Okay, so here is the bite of duck egg pudding. Let me just put you guys down. Let's try this duck egg pudding. What? I'm done. Oh, that is so good. Okay, so if this soup is not the soup of goddesses and gods, I don't know what is. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh gosh, Simba just took a little shower.
Simba baby, you're such a cutie pie.
Okay, it's time to do the taste test. Woo! It's definitely really hot, so... Oof, that is some flavorful broth. And there were some bone marrow bones in there, so it's definitely very healthy.
There was some bone marrow bone in there?
Yeah, bone marrow bone. Guess if I put any star anuses in mine.
You mean star anus?
Star anus. Woo! Mmm! So good! Mmm! Okay, this is tonight's dinner. We have a ton of beef shank broth, and I'm putting some over the egg pudding because, guys, why not, right? And by the way, this is my first time making duck egg pudding, so I'm really excited to enjoy it. Mmm! Wow, so good. And we have the chuck shank soup. Alrighty, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. SPG out. I'm hungry.